emotion today. Right now, is it a feeling only football can give you?
Yeah, pride, and I think fully deserves the win. I think the way we played, the way we performed, the way we competed, I mean, the chances we generated, I think we fully deserve to win the game. We did it in a very dramatic manner at the end, but so happy and so proud for the team.
You said something before the game about scars making a team. Did it feel like all those heartbreaking moments that you've had here were kind of poured into, well, the whole game, but particularly the last few minutes?
100%, and that's how you get to a different level. But going through those moments and taking the learnings and experiences from it, and we discussed that in the game, and it's a massive opportunity now to make a statement and to prove to everybody and ourselves the team that we are, and we certainly did with the performance, and thankfully with the results as well at the end.
So is that what that was, a statement?
Well, and for ourselves, yes, just to prove, because it's a terrific team. It's so difficult to play against, and we already played at Old Trafford, we played at Anfield, we played Man City, we already played here very early in the season, and again, the level of consistency and quality we showed in the performance today was top.
Do you think maybe this is an external thing? It almost puts a different perspective on the start, because now you're right there, as you said, you've been to some really tough places, and won at a couple of them.
Yeah, we won, and the one that we lost, we won with a terrific free kick, you know. But again, I think the way we played, the courage, the determination, the intelligence, and the quality that we showed today against this team, it was very difficult to do.
So do you think, is there almost an element for the players of proving something to themselves a little bit?
Yeah, that we want to achieve that next level, and to achieve that next level, you have to come to these places with a lot of at stake, and when there are certain results yesterday, and you want to get back into it and show that conviction, that desire to get it done.
So does the Liverpool defeat yesterday, it feels like almost more of an end of season question, but do you think the whole weekend actually is big?
It's the opportunities. There are opportunities in the season, there are moments in the season, you have to come to this place and you have to win, and you have to find a way to do it, and again, the impact of the players coming in, it was tremendous, all of them.
Well, guys, some wins feel better than others. They just do. Bukayo, is that as good as it gets?
Nah, it's unbelievable, man. Late winners, nothing better in football, so speechless, man. I'm so happy.
So what were that sort of last 20 minutes like for you? Because obviously, coming back from injury, you're on the bench by that point.
Yeah, it's tough, you know, when you're on the bench and you can't control and affect the game, but, you know, when you have guys like this guy, you know, he's a big threat, and obviously Big Gabby as well.
A big sip of water there.
You know, like I was saying, you know, I have big trust in my teammates, and, you know, we got the win today, so happy days.
Go on then, Mikel, give us an insight into your emotions, scoring and then obviously winning it late on.
Yeah, I mean, as Bukayo says, it's unbelievable to win these kind of games. Late winners are the best, but obviously from my perspective is even greater. Like, coming back here is always big for me, big memories, amazing plays in my life, but also being able to score and help the team coming on as a sub is incredible, and yeah, I mean, it couldn't be better to win in the last minute, and yeah, congrats to all the boys.
Yeah, do you know what, I forgot that for a second, that you used to play here. Yeah. Well, I mean, that makes it more special, I guess.
Yeah, it is very special. Always coming here is great to see all faces, all friends. I've had amazing memories here. I've only been here for 1 year, but still is a big part of my life, of my career. And yeah, to come here and score a winner, I had that again in the same goal as I scored for Newcastle a couple of years ago. It's magical.
Bukayo, does it feel a bit like a curse has been broken today? Because even 1-0 down at half-time, it almost felt for a few years like it didn't matter what you did here. Somehow it just went their way.
Yeah, and obviously there's a few things we can speak about. For example, the penalty, you know, for me, like, if we have VAR, it's for clear and obvious error. And the fact that it took the ref that long to decide, you know, it shows it's not a clear and obvious error. But it's things like this, you know, these little things that always go against us. But I think today we got what we deserved, for sure. And yeah, that's why we're all so happy.
Yeah, I saw your face, actually, when the penalty was overturned. I mean, to be fair, he does get a little bit on it, the goalkeeper. But you were stunned, I think.
Speechless, man, but it doesn't matter now, does it?
It doesn't matter now. Mikel, what does this do early in the season? It just feels like a bit of a swing weekend. Like, I think a lot of people, you know, guys like me, you go into the weekend, Arsenal could be 8 points back, you're 2.
Yeah, I mean, maybe more for the fans or for you guys than for us. We know the hard work we've been putting on, the kind of performances that we've been creating as well, and obviously winning the way we won today shows the character of the team, how much we trust each other, how confident we are, and that doesn't change, doesn't matter the result. So we're confident. We have an amazing team, an amazing squad, an amazing staff, obviously amazing fans. So yeah, we're ready for it.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Honestly, again, it comes down to the service there. Shay, you can be testament to it. No goalkeeper, if you've not got defenders who's going to attack that, is comfortable with the ball coming there. No one. That's such a great ball into the box. So Gabriel does what he does. You know, he gets in there and he makes sure he gets something on it. It's a brilliant, brilliant goal.
Now, at 1-1, you were hoping Newcastle would hold out. At 1-1, Wright, he was actually asking the Lord, weren't you, to do something for divine intervention here.
There's a Sunday.
Sometimes you just have to go to a higher place when you need what you need.
Is that where you were?
Oh, jeepers.
Oh, so...
It's two different reactions there, aren't there?
I'm so sorry, everybody at home. I'm so sorry.
We have to win this!
We knew that. The scowl on Shay's face towards you just makes it even better.
There's always two sides to every story, isn't there? The sadness of conceding a late winner, and of course the joy that it brought to Wrighty's face.
I'm just really pleased with the guys who I work here with on a regular basis last season when they see how I act. But it's not for anything other than pure joy, because we needed to win this game so badly, Steve.
So let's get serious a minute.
Yes.
I mean, that's the type of thing champions do, isn't it, really?
Well, I think you look at last season, there were so many opportunities where Liverpool, we had to get into a game where you put pressure on Liverpool for something. We either drew the game...
Yeah, they couldn't do it, could they?
We couldn't do it. We've never done too many... I think the last time we done anything like this where we needed to win something in the death, I think it was Bournemouth a few seasons ago. But this is a game where we went in and I think we started very well. I thought we started very well. We had chances. But once they went 1-0 up, it was a game we had to play back in and get ourselves back into the game, make sure we don't lose it, and if we can, win it, because that's what we have to do to send the message to whoever's at the top, that we're not going to go away and we will dig in as far as we need to win these games to try and win this league finally.
Yeah, that will have been severely noted on Merseyside.
Absolutely, because what you want them to, what the message you want to give them is, you know, we're coming and we're going to be here. So, yes, you're 5 points clear, but now you're 2. You lost your game against Palace. We have to now take advantage of that, and we've done that. That's why even if a point would have been a little bit... It wouldn't have been enough for me, even though you'd have to take it. 3 points is what we needed to do today, and I'm just hoping that in that dressing room they realise that, how important it is to make sure that they take advantage of these slip-ups if they do happen.
If you're in the Newcastle dressing room, though, having seen it happen against Liverpool and then against Arsenal, to take nothing from the game, having given all that effort, it'll be a tough one to swallow.
Yeah, a very tough one. You've seen Eddie walking around the pitch after. I think that's the frustration. You know, Arsenal have got quality all over their squad. They have, and they're good enough to open you up, Steve, and play an amazing thing is, and they work at attacking corners, but they work at defensive side of things as well. And that's the most frustrating thing. You know, we spoke about Eze and Cole beforehand. Odegaard comes off the bench. Saka, they've got some brilliant players, haven't they, Arsenal? And they can open you up and you go, we were beaten by a better team. They were a better team today, but we were beaten by an unbelievable goal. There's not much we could have done about that. But it's so frustrating that it feels just like a comfortable enough delivery into the box. Gabriel heads it in, and it's as you say, all that hard work, you know, and effort, and I think Tino Livramento looked like a bad injury as well. So it's a tough day for Newcastle to concede so late.
You know, the bench as well for us, Shay. The bench is vital for us in what we're going to try and achieve this season. And we've already seen on a few occasions, we've seen Martinelli, we've seen Trossard, we've seen Marino now. They're coming off the bench and they're making a difference. Odegaard coming off the bench making a difference. We're able to now be able to take someone like Saka off and bring Martinelli on, and, you know, people making differences off the bench. And that's what it's going to probably take. It's going to take that for us. And sometimes the manager's going to get the selection right, but then he's got the players on the bench where he can maybe change it around. And I think people need to have a little bit more patience with some of the decisions the manager makes and see once it's done if the players can justify the decisions he's made so as we can win games.
Yeah, because with that squad depth that he wants comes added issues and problems, doesn't it, in terms of getting the right 11 for each game.
Yeah, and pressure as well, because, like, there's a lot of talk now with people, with the manager saying, well, you've got the team you want. Spent a lot of money to get this team and assemble this team. We're talking about it, Shay. So now there's not too many more chances you can get in respect of making it happen with a squad that's capable of doing it. So he's now got to manoeuvre those players and get them into the position, whether they're playing off, coming off the bench, to deliver when they come on, because this is the year, I think, to deliver.
The backroom staff, I'm not sure I've seen a 6th Premier League game of the season ever celebrated bigger than that. That's how important that game was. And it was to do with their football that they penned Newcastle in. It was to do with their spirit. It was to do with their emotional control. More than anything, they had to believe in it. And with seconds to go, they still believe they could get a win. That's massive for them.
Tim, at half-time, you thought they'd come back and win 2-1. But as the second half was evolving, did you keep the faith?
Well, they have shown me that they're willing to continue to drive the extra mile. I mean, not just going that way. Declan Rice, he's a 6 or a double 6. There are times in the game, and we saw it, where they're piling forward, and he's the one that says, I'll get it. I'll get in a foot race, and I'll track all the way back. So they do that as a group. And look, Mikel Merino, there's something about this guy. He's not really a striker. He's not a classy stroke it around the park midfielder. He just has a knack for getting in the right places, and he shows it every time that the manager puts him on the field.
To your point back, so about, you know, did we believe as the game's going? I think the most was like, I'm not an Arsenal player, I'm not an Arsenal fan. It doesn't really matter what we think. If that group in there, if they'll be in the dressing room now and they'll believe, and that will give them another reason to believe. And this was a big kind of what-if game for Arsenal. What if they don't get the job done? Are they really in a title race? They've shown that they're going to push and they're going to go as far as they can. Do
you think it could be a turning point for them, that today?
Yeah.
The way it happened as much as anything else, Tim?
I think so. I also think that as much as we're all probably on the outside, like, wanting this Arsenal team to go full throttle from the beginning of the game all the time, I just don't think that's who they are. That is who they are. There's enough quality in the end and enough belief to have to grind out results when they need to and play well in other games. So I think they've always had that belief. I'm not sure if it's a turning point per se, but they're certainly have Liverpool in their sights.
A word for Newcastle United, who've had a couple of moments this season, tough ones. I can think about the one against Liverpool and then today. What do you think is not quite working for them to hold on to leads and to pick up more points, Robbie?
Well, today, a little bit of game management. As you say, if the goalkeeper hands onto the ball, you know, they get a point. They're still bedding players in. Anthony Gordon, I think, disrupted things when he was suspended. Nick Woltemolder has shown that he can get goals if they get service. So there's still parts for the Eddie Howe's team to come together. I think defensively they're pretty strong. I like the midfield three. But there's still work to do. And at home, when they get settled, they'll still be a threat.
I mean, it seems crazy and easy to say, but, like, what you just said, they're getting players back. Woltemolder looks like he can